Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a live review from the Geek Room. My name is Justin, also known as TK Storm. We started these live reviews not too long ago. We've been on this ongoing mission to find the perfect toy, modern toy rather, and we've through several Savage Crucible reviews lately. I got a couple more figures on the way, so I thought I should probably squeeze in the last of the ones I already have, which is Brynyar Vael. Uh, you can check the channel for some others related to Naraka and Elric of Melnibide. Both of them are fantastic figures for very different reasons, but love them both. And yeah, so let's talk about this guy. Savage Crucible, he was another con exclusive this year. Box, standard Savage Crucible box. They all got a slightly different color. Um, on the back, we have the cross sale, Jaeger, Krieger, Human, and Nashorn the Disinherited. I have Nashorn and Human on the way. So we'll be doing reviews of those probably later this week, maybe this weekend. For those that have not seen or own a Savage Crucible figure, they all got this great window box showing what's inside, but then also tell this fantastic lore story. I realized that the other day that some of the newer figures haven't been updated on the lore page on the website, so just thought I'd give you guys a view of that so you can pause it and read it if you like. So again, since this one's not available, this story is not available on the website. All right, let's get this guy out of his box. I use a headset when I do this so that the noise of opening one of these figures is not as terrible as it used to be, or it certainly is with some other folks that use microphones or whatnot. So we've not had too many issues. All right, so a couple different things here for those that don't know. Inside the back of some of the boxes, behind the map, if it attaches, there is usually a card behind there, and there are several different cards. Here's some. Got Elric, and there's a couple different Humans, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot. Not every figure, Naraka and Brynyar Vael do not have a card. The other things to be aware of, I've got some weapons falling out here. The other thing to be aware of with these is on the back side here, you'll also have some blind bags. The black bag is typically a weapon or an item. I will tell you personally, I've only had weapons come out of my black bag. And then the gold bag is treasure. So fine gems, gold pieces for your display, whatever the case may be. I actually got a necklace out of Naraka, so it was pretty cool. So we'll open those blind bags here in a bit. In the short term, let's get some of these pieces out that don't want to fall while we're talking through. So he comes with 3 different swords, 2 extra set of hands. We have a nice blade. We'll look at the stuff in more detail once I get it all out. We got a nice scroll. We have an alt head that is kind of more human-esque. And then we have the head sculpt that comes on it, which we'll show here in just a second, is a little bit more animal. So here's our man right out of the box. See again that more animalistic anamorph head, more versus a more human head that's just happened to be a little fuzzy. All right, so let's talk about articulation first, right? So we got great movement out of these heads, especially the look down. There's really not a whole lot of look up, but again, he's not a sniper. And it's usually because they have longer hair in the back or whatnot, which would stop them on the neck. My guess is if you flip out, yeah, he's probably the alt head probably doesn't have a lot of extra room either. Movement is really cool. These shoulder pauldrons they don't get hooked in the front. They only hook in the back on the back side of the arm, so you get a lot of good movement out of the arms. You do get double jointed elbows. A phenomenal, I'm never going to stop talking about this, a phenomenal butterfly joint in the back. You can see, we'll get this one loosened up because they can literally, not too many lines. Let me get him loosened up here a little bit. You guys saw me just take him out of the package. There we go. There's one. And almost got that other one. You just got to get him loose. And anyway, you can get a really nice two-hand grip on a sword here. Anyway, love those butterflies. There's only butterflies in the back because you don't need them. You don't need to touch his own spine. Again, we talked about double jointed wrist. Double jointed elbows. Get a nice spin in the wrist. You get a nice spin at the elbow, and you get a nice bicep turn. Good waist articulation. You get two different movement spots, right at the diaphragm and right at the waist. Both move well, even with all that gear. You see this guy comes. He's got a sheath attached by chain, and then he's got another sheath directly on his belt for that dagger that we talked about. I do not have any other figures with that loincloth. Maybe the loincloth is the same as Naraka's, but the overlay is different. So yeah, that's pretty cool. They've done a really good job reusing parts in ways that aren't quite so obvious. Legs, they do not have drop-down hips, but they do not need it. Again, you have a thigh swivel up there, and you can get pretty good movement out of these guys. You get almost a 90-degree if you need it. Again, you got double jointed knees. You got a swivel. There is again that thigh swivel up high. Yep. And then you got the boot swivel right below the knee, and the feet. The feet on this guy run really well, and Raka's were too. So all my other figures, I had to heat them up pretty good. The feet especially to kind of get everything working right. But these Naraka and Brynyar Vael have both, right out of the pack, been pretty good. Brynyar's shoulders, his butterflies rather, were a little tight, but they loosened right up with some movement. So no concerns there. I really like the shoulder and the elbow and knee joints in these guys. Like they don't look so weird. The like some of your others, because the pieces are internalized. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a toy manufacturer, but they just look better. You don't see a bunch of lines and joints and stuff. So that's one of the things that you're paying for with Savage Crucible. A little bit of a premium price, but you're getting a premium figure to go with it. All right, so we got all kinds of gear here that you can't see the pile, so take a look at it. We got this little bit of a curved sword here of his primary weapon, long scimitar. It's pretty nice. I have another curved sword with a different handle on it. There's that dagger that we talked about to go in that sheath. We have some kind of open grip hands. We have the C-cup hands that are on him, and then we got kind of a different grip C-cup hand. Both of them are very nice. All of them are very well molded. And then there's that kind of scroll that you can attach to the belt. And then again, we talked about the second head sculpt. Now, for those of you, let this focus for a second. Come on. For those of you that have not seen Savage Crucible figures up close. Ooh, hello, Wolfman. Man, I wish I gotta get this camera to focus. No having no luck getting this guy focused. Let's try it this way. Rocka focused for me really well the other day. There we go. Came in. I mean, just the level of sculpt, paint apps on the face are just really amazing. So good, man. Savage Crucible is definitely my favorite line right now of everything I collect. Savage Crucible is definitely my favorite. All right. It's one of the few lines that I feel like I actually get my money's worth. You know, Battleverse stuff is amazing for military. That military fix. It's got fun lore with it. A bunch of cool different kinds of characters. All of them can be pop and swap, and you do different things with them. I really had a good time putting my Night Force, my Night Ops team together with the abilities. But man, this line just from a thing. Here's our blind bag sword. Look at that big ass son bitch. Yes, that is a two-hand sword, and that is definitely the one he will be posed with. That thing is awesome. Thing's taller than he is. Good lord. Love it. All right, and now let's check out the gold loot. Check out the gold loot. Let's see what we got. All right. Excuse me. All right, so this gear we got a pile. Oh goodness, a pile of silver coins. Good for the display. Got a silver bar for the display. Got a couple smaller piles of silver coins. And then we have a whole pile of little gemstones. There's a purple gemstone and a ruby gemstone. The camera's not going to focus on these little bitty pieces, but they're cut really well. They got little diode cuts on them, and they all look pretty cool. Maybe that a little bit, you can see that texture on there. It's pretty fun. And then there's a diamond that's actually shaped like a diamond. Not gonna be able to see that. Too small. So anyway, these guys are a lot of fun. Here, I'll slide them around so you can see them in the camera. There you go. A little pile of loot. So yeah. Elric's pile of loot was gold bunch of gems, and the rocket pile of loot was a little necklace that was really cool. Medallion that didn't see on any other that makes it unique to that pack. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, that is Brynyar Vael. Again, so this is kind of the three recent exclusives. You got Elric, Brynyar Vael, and the Undying. Done a review for all of them. Love all of them. They've definitely improved. We got others, right? We got Varnox twins. We got the Warrior with Ball and Chain. All those are great figures too. But there's just something about these three newest figures that they've really improved. Movement right out of the box. They've improved on the movement, the articulation, and supposedly great. If you guys have got to check it out online. I look forward to seeing the Joe exclusive and getting those while here and there. And then he's got several other. I mentioned on live stream the other night that about 20 new figures coming by now of the year. So of course part of that will be wave either for the different but man. So excited to see what else goes. And yeah, check it out again. Check it out. Savage Crucible. Thanks guys. Thanks for joining. And I'll see you around.